All right, we're going to need a little bit more help from our audience choir for this next one. You'll remember the tune, but it's a slightly different version than you may have come across before. This is Amazing Grace. Slightly different ending than you will be used to. We're pulling this from the Sacred Harp tradition. You may not be familiar with Sacred Harp. It's one of the early American styles of music. And you'll remember from your history classes that we came over here as pilgrims and built up America as settlers, that we brought over a lot of different kinds of people. You needed your farmers, you needed your carpenters, you needed your doctors. Singing teachers and professional singers, not very high on the priority list. So, early style American music, not exactly known for the most beautiful tone, not exactly known for the most highly accomplished compositional complexity, a little bit more folk style, a little bit more improvisational, a little bit more amateur based. And so you're going to hear a very big difference in the tone than what you're used to. What you're used to, if I could get A major. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That's the sound we're used to. Now, shape note singing, sacred harp singing is much more brassy, much more bright, much closer to a musical theater or a barbershop style, which is interesting because those also are intrinsically American styles with a lot more of this nasality. So you might hear, Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Here, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. My voice teacher would say something different, but thank you. So I'm going to ask you to match that style with us. We want that bright, ringy sound, almost like you're biting into an apple, your front teeth are coming out, and your cheeks are nice and bright. Get that nasality in there. Our choir will help you out. Listen again to the choir once so you get the slight difference. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Pretty much the same melody you know, but the middle's a little bit different. So listen to us once and then join us. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Thank you very much. Choir, go ahead and rise. Open up your music. We'll sing once with our wonderful audience choir joining us on the melody, and then you can hear the actual arrangement pulled from the Sacred Harp book. There are Sacred Harp sings all across America, all pulled from the same central hymnal, and these tunes are sung all across the country and have been for hundreds of years. This one is titled New Britain, is the name of the tune. The text, Amazing Grace, was written by a man who was conscripted into the Navy and then went on to work on a ship in the slave trade. And one day, off the coast of Ireland, a storm hit that was so powerful and rocked the boat so much that they were sure they would die. And in that moment, he had never had a truly religious experience, had never been a very religious man, but he got down on his knees and began to pray and ask for salvation from the storm. And God answered his prayers, and the ship saw it through. And from that day, he went on to become a clergyman, study theology, leave the slave trade, and he penned the lyrics to Amazing Grace to memorialize that day where he felt the experience of God stepping into his life and saving him. So I ask you, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. To think of those special moments in your life, whether you're a believer or not, whatever your faith tradition, to think of those moments in life when you've been aware of the beauty and majesty in the world, when you weren't sure if things were going to work out, and things did. Think of that every time you sing Amazing Grace, even with a smile. Amazing Grace, once together, and then with the choir alone. Ready?